Recently, the overall pandemic of COVID-19 has introduced unrivaled difficulties to face-to-face schooling. With a need to contain the virus outbreak, many nations have executed measures to lessen get-togethers of enormous groups and guarantee physical and social distancing. The Philippine government applied the quarantine times that led to stopping our traditional kind of education. This announcement that I heard was very sad, but this is the most ideal approach to slow down the spread of the virus. For the past few days, I imagine what if there's no COVID-19 outbreak? How was our learning if there's no COVID-19? I envision all the topics that tackled by some of the boring professors, different activities gave by our teacher, the sermon of our advisor, indeed even the security guard of the school that doesn't want you to return home early. I generally envision if there's no pandemic, after going to class me and my friends are continually hanging out. In reality, the hardest thing for me is feeling the loss of my friends, who I have not seen for a while. I also miss the point when I used to go to class before the day's over. I would be depleted mentally and physically. I miss yelling after a tiring class that, "I am very tired." Are you missing these things that you've just experienced at school? Few of us are not. No doubt, you realize this astonishing spread of coronavirus disease constrained everybody to stay at home and isolated to be protected from getting infected. My pandemic story is about laying on my bed, resting, eating, and playing various games to engage myself. Following a couple of months of isolating, the Department of Education reported that public and private schools base will begin accepting enrollees for the opening of classes for the school year 2020-2021. After hearing the declaration, I felt truly glad since I will acquire new knowledge. Anyway, I care for some people that could neglect to enroll since some of them do not have the capabilities to access this new type of learning that the government chooses to move the method learning from face-to-face to online learning. In any case, we see that government is taking action and gives free devices that students can use of their education. There are likewise various modalities of learning. For example, is modular that can be used by certain students that have little access to web-based learning. But there's a big question on my mind. What will happen if we use technology in our education in this kind of situation? How might it be more productive than the method of learning before? Possibly, schools and colleges have shut down and that influenced students' education. But with the use of technology and web-based learning and social media platforms, things have gotten simpler. In my experiences, I see homeschooling good and perhaps the best response to the education of each individual in this pandemic situation. Perhaps the best thing about this new method of learning is the time is advantageous because I get sufficient appropriate rest and plan for the exercise appropriately. This online learning allows me as a student to fit the education into my life rather than resorting out my life around the education. Yet now and again, I have some tough time understanding the exercises appropriately since it is different that you have your teachers for your school, direction, and watching you appropriately for you to get it. We all know that in this method of learning, understanding the exercise appropriately extremely hard. Yet we have our parents and siblings to help us. One of the great sides of online learning is that we can approach our teacher by using different web-based media platforms. I thought online learning would be harder than face-to-face type of learning. But I am wrong. It allows a student to go to classes from any location of our decision. Also, practically, the entirety of our online lectures can be recorded and shared. This gives us access to the learning material during a period of our comfort to study. Another incredible preferred position of online learning with regards to our main problem in this lockdown is it decreases financial expenses. Online learning is reasonable contrasted with face-to-face learning. This is because that web-based learning skills kills the expense of our points of transportation, food, and different expenses. This online learning tool requires specific abilities like self-control and self-motivation. In this method of new learning, you will find that you will rapidly sharpen and build up these abilities which are significant for our future. As a student under this new method of learning, you should inspire yourself to finish an online subject and turn in your exercises and tasks as there is considerably. less hand-holding in web-based learning contrasted with up-close and personal learning. I likewise teach myself and deal with my time by reducing the playing of various games. I figured out how to motivate myself and maintain my concentration in front of my objective to complete all assignments that are required. As a part of this new method of learning, I see that using web-based media is a major advantage in education. With the help of different online platforms alongside web-based media, it could acquire student attention through distance web-based learning. Possibly soon, this will be a part of our education system. Today, facilitating live discussion through Google Meet or Class or Zoom is the path forward to allowing students to get easy to quality education. To be honest, I love this method of learning, and I am confident to say that homeschooling positively affects the existence of each student. Homeschooling offers a chance to take up extra activities along with our examination at our comfort. This method of learning encouraged me to save time in which I can associate with my family more. The quality of education has improved by online learning, and even it has gotten simple for students to refer the content according to their leisure. In my day-by-day experience managing an online method of learning, I can say and prove to everybody that these are the benefits of online learning for the student. Besides having time, we can find about controlling ourselves, which are very essential for us students. Online learning may allow us anyways. We should keep in our mind that it is a huge for each student to sort out to be responsible and to discipline. We should utilize these online media platforms in our education appropriately and don't abuse them for cheating. Also, I will leave a message for everybody that I would lean toward even to come up fail with honor than to win by cheating. I appreciate that you listen in and hope you comprehend it to the heart. Have a decent day and happy learning to all. Best of luck. Thank you.